You can now import your dRofus program directly into Hypar. Plan and track your rooms with confidence, collaborate in real time, and when you're ready, bring your rooms and their dRofus data into Revit. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to import your dRofus rooms into Hypar, plan using dRofus data, and export your designs and data to Revit. First, make sure you have access to the dRofus program you want to use. This sample program includes room data like room name, room numbers, and programmed areas. It also includes functions, departments, subdepartments, their colors, and their grossing factors. Your program will look different. In Hypar, open the Import Requirements drop-down and then select Import from dRofus. Choose the dRofus server, sign in, and if you have access to multiple projects, select the one whose program you'd like to bring in. Let Hypar load your data and you're ready to start planning. Your program requirements will appear on the right, grouped and colored by department and subdepartment. Your total square footage requirements for departments and subdepartments are based on the programmed area's gross amount. To view your gross net factor in Hypar, click on the required areas in the Requirements panel. Your required area per room comes from the room programmed area in dRofus. To see room-level requirements and details, click on the required counts in the same panel. Most rooms import as unique spaces so you can track them individually in Hypar. If multiple rooms share the same name and programmed area within the same department and subdepartment, the required count will be more than just one, like for this main electrical room requirement of 2 spaces. To plan using your dRofus rooms, simply drag and drop from the Requirements panel. Place multiple spaces at once by holding Shift, selecting your requirements, and drag and dropping. Rooms will come in with locked areas and a default wall thickness of 5 1/4 inches, or 133 millimeters in metric. You can unlock areas using the Unlock button in the Spaces capsule menu. To change or remove wall thickness, select an individual wall and adjust its thickness, or click the Wall button in the capsule menu to change all walls at once. For more on using Hypar, including how to work with design options or use levels for blocking and stacking, check out Hypar's other quick tutorials. As you plan, room counts and areas, calculated from the inside of walls, update in real time. To update your program, such as changing a programmed area of a room, make the change in dRofus first and click Save. Then click Import Requirements again in Hypar to refresh your data with the latest changes. Program updates made in Hypar do not sync back to dRofus and will not carry through to Revit, so all program edits must first be done in dRofus. Hypar also allows you to add rooms over your required count or create entirely new rooms, but those changes will not sync back to dRofus. If you plan to later export to Revit, you'll need to reconcile any extra rooms. Export your design to Revit by downloading the free Hypar Revit add-in from the main menu and completing installation and authentication. Once in Revit, make sure the dRofus add-in is installed as well, and that you are logged out of dRofus. Click Load Project from the Hypar add-in and select the project you loaded into Hypar. Once loaded, you'll see the room name and dRofus room ID parameter in the Properties panel. Each room will have a unique ID. Log into dRofus, go through the login steps, and choose your project. Then click Synchronize. Your rooms should automatically link to your dRofus rooms. Looks good. Hypar will use the key attribute set in your default configuration, and if there is no default configuration, Hypar uses the dRofus room ID parameter. But if your dRofus attributes fail to display, you may need to configure your key attribute. Open Attribute Configurations in the dRofus add-in, Navigate to Room to Revit Room and click Edit. Unlink the current key attribute and link the Room ID dRofus attribute to the dRofus Room ID parameter. As a reminder, a key attribute links a Revit object to a dRofus object. You may not have permission to modify configurations. If so, contact your firm's dRofus admin. Hypar automatically brings in and cleans up your walls so you can go from program to model without rebuilding. And depending on your project and the parameters you want between Revit and dRofus, your configuration may vary. For example, here we're bringing in dRofus's department parameter as a property. This lets us map to a pre-made Revit color scheme by department. If you need to reload a Hypar project, log out of dRofus first, then click Load Project again in the Hypar add-in. To avoid conflicts with Revit, always use Hypar when dRofus is not running. Make sure you're logged out of dRofus using the dRofus Revit add-in before loading a Hypar project. After Hypar finishes loading your rooms, you can log back into dRofus and resync your rooms. As a reminder, anytime you need to load or reload a Hypar project, log out of dRofus first. Both systems access the same rooms, so you don't want them running at the same time. To recap, install both the dRofus and Hypar Revit add-ins, load your Hypar project, log into dRofus, click Sync, and configure your key attribute if needed. Log out of dRofus before reloading your Hypar project. And that's it. That's how you use dRofus with Hypar. We can't wait to see what you build.